So the bullion knot is a very tricky stitch, and but it's used quite a lot to do floral embroidery. I would really recommend using a milliner's needle to do that. And this is a milliner's needle here. The difference between a milliner's needle and a normal embroidery needle is that the eye of the needle is no bigger than the shaft of the needle, so it's much easier to pull through. The other thing I'd recommend is that in all of these tutorials, I've been showing you the stabbing method, which is literally when you just stab the needle in and out from the front to the reverse and from the reverse back again. But you can also use the needle in a slightly different way, where you sort of work the fabric around the needle like that. And for this stitch, that's much easier to do. So what you do is as if you're making a back stitch, going back to the point that you've just come out, but you don't pull all the thread through. You take this loop of thread and you wrap it around the needle, and you want to wrap it around, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So I'm wrapping it 6 times around the needle. And this is the tricky bit. Getting the tension right is very difficult. If you make the twists on the needle too tight, then it's very difficult to pull the needle through, and if you make it too loose, then it turns into an unholy mess. So it really is a case of practice. I wouldn't do this on your embroidery square until you've had a go at practicing on a scrap piece of fabric. So then with your I use my left hand, I hold everything in place, and then I just pull the needle through, apart from I've got it stuck on my pinky. There we go. Pull the needle through, and you have all of the coils, can you see, are wrapped around the thread, and you bring the thread back down here to finish the knot. So I will show you that again. So you pull your thread through and then put your needle back in where, however long you want your bullion knot to be, and you put the needle where your thread first came out, but you don't pull it all the way through. And then you wrap the thread around the needle. You might need to use your thumb and forefinger to keep the wraps in place. Again, not too tight, not too loose. You will get a feel for it as you practice. Okay, then I'm going to hold the coils in place as I pull through. And like I say, it is so much easier using a milliner's needle than it is using a regular needle, because it gets, sorry, see, that's got a bit messy. I didn't hold it tight enough. But you can sort of mess with the coils a bit as you. So again, pull through, however long you want your bullion knot to be. Make the needle come out where you've just wrap the thread around the shaft of the needle. And then I use my thumb and forefinger to hold it into place. Pull the needle through. You can shimmy the coils that you've put around down with your finger if you need to, and then put it back into place. And again, however long you want your bullion knot to be, come back from where the thread has entered the front of the cloth. Wrap the loop that you've got left on the front around. You want it to cover the length of the stitch, so just keep an eye on how long it's getting. Not too loose, not too tight. Hold it all into place and pull through, and then flip all those beautiful coils into place.